Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music, specifically by deep diving a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson, and which randomly chosen UK singles top 10 chart from the past are we looking at this week?
We are halfway through our deep dive of the 10th of June 1964.
That's right, the 10th of June 1964. You can listen to all the tracks we are going to talk about and the ones we talked about in part one, and another half a dozen tracks which appear on the playlist in our descriptions. Why are those half a dozen tracks there?
Because we're going to do more. We're going to do more. We just like doing this podcast, and we will keep doing it until someone tells us to stop. We're going to talk about songs that never made the top 10, that are knocking around the rest of the chart. And we're going to get into that in our Patreon only bonus tracks. You can become a Patreon backer by going to patreon.com/Shooby Podcast. It costs literally nothing. Not actually literally nothing. It costs slightly more than literally nothing.
Please follow, rate, subscribe, share, stick a like on it, all that stuff. We've talked about numbers 10 to 6 before we do 5 to 1. It seems we should only have a quick recap of those songs, James, those records.
Up one place to number 10, it's Walk On By Dionne Warwick.
It's Warwick, and it's also written by Bacharach and David. What else do you need?
Down 3 to number 9, it's A Little Lovin' by The Foremost.
I mean, this was written by a lifeguard.
Up 5 to number 8, it's Someone by Brian Poole and the Tremolos.
It's 10 million times better than Pearl Jam, U2, Pink, and someone else, according to YouTube.
Down 4 to number 7, it's My Boy Lollipop by Millie.
The first ska record ever to hit the top 10.
And up 4 to number 6, it's No Particular Place to Go by Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry's. He's riding his automobile.
Don't get rid of your guitar just yet, Andy. I feel like we might need it for the next song we're going to do.
Number 5.
Up 2 to number 5, it's The Shadows with The Rise and Fall of Flingle Bunt.
Yeah. A bit of rhyming slang to start this top 5.
Since you asked me to keep my guitar in hand, I'll just do it briefly. The intro is something like that. Quite rocky, that chord, that a flattened third. You know it.
That's not how this goes, but yeah, I get it. And then it's got that kind of do 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 do, like a sort of 60s TV show theme.
It's another 12-bar blues. We mentioned Chuck Berry at the end of part 1. It's another one of them. Chris James says Eric Clapton has said that this was basically the blueprint for Cream, this record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is kind of the Shadows that I like. This sort of era, doing sort of dancey, cool guitar music before they got all twangy and twee.
We did a cover of Don't Cry For Me Argentina once. Do you remember that? Do you remember
lift music, that was.
We were so depressed, weren't we? This isn't this so at all, is it? This is a groover and a mover.
Yeah. What is different about this song by The Shadows compared to the other 4 top 10 hits they had in 1964?
Well, I don't know if this is anything to do with Alan George Barstow's take on it. He said this was the first track they recorded with those superb white Burns guitars and bass. So he's saying, because watch the video that we're going to put in our playlist, as we mentioned, they've got new instruments rather than Fenders. They've all got Burns stuff. Is it that?
No, it's more to do with what's missing.
Cliff Richard's missing.
Cliff Richard's missing, that's right. it was Cliff and The Shadows, but this, just The Shadows.
Just The Shadows. No, Cliff. We'll never see Cliff again.
Oh, but continuing a theme from part 1, if you haven't listened to part 1, it's already there. Please go and listen. There are 2 more Brians here. There are Brian Bennett and Brian Rankin, who is better known as
Hank Marvin.
Hank Marvin, yes. So there's half the Shadows of Brian's at this point.
Now, do you have any idea? The Rise and Fall of Flingle Bunt. That's an evocative title. What's this about, James? Any thoughts?
So it is inspired by 2 things. First of all, the 1960 movie The Rise and Fall of Legs Diamond, IMDb rating 6.7, which was a sort of neo-noir gangster film. And the song sounds a bit, neo-noir gangstery, doesn't it? Yeah. It's got a sort of Peter Gunn vibe. And the film was all about a criminal trying to become a big-time mobster during Prohibition. Legs Diamond was a real guy. And he was shot so many times that he was also nicknamed Clay Pigeon.
Is that right?
Yep, until he was shot to death in 1931. So it was that film which the Shadows saw and they liked, I suppose.
So they took the title, or the first part of the title. The second part, which is the name, Flingle Bunt.
Yeah.
What the hell?
This is kind of like a comedy character name that was invented by one of their mates.
Okay.
That they thought was really funny. And the name of that friend?
Cliff Richard.
Nope. Richard O'Sullivan, from Man About the House.
Is that a fact?
Yes, the actor Richard O'Sullivan came up with the name Flingle Bunt.
And they loved it so much.
Yeah, because the first time I ever heard of this song was in a family game of charades when someone had to do the rise and fall of Flingle Bunt. And obviously that led to much hilarity with sounds likes.
Yeah.
A lot of very funny things rhyme with Flingle.
Well, it's good, isn't it? I imagine that was part of the reason for Richard O'Sullivan's and the Shadows' mirth, that it's Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah.
We've discussed it in the past with Hank Marvin, Brian. But Hank Marvin, that's Cockney rhyming slang for starving.
Yeah. You know Burke as an insult?
Yeah.
Do you know where that's from?
No.
That's also rhyming slang.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
what's
Berkeley Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you call someone a Burke, it sounds quite radio-friendly, doesn't it? But it isn't.
What a pair of Burks we are.
Yeah.
So Hank Marvin, Cockney rhyming slang, I'm starving. I thought I'd do some more Cockney rhyming slang for people who've already appeared in numbers 10 to 6, James.
Okay.
All right, then. So imagine somebody saying, I'm really tired. Before I go to bed, I'll have a Dion.
A Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
Horlicks.
You got it.
Okay.
And when you get up in the morning, you can have a slice of 4.
Foremost. Toast.
Yeah. You think these are good?
Yes.
And then if you don't like a slice of toast, somebody says, have something proper. Don't be so lollipop.
Don't be so lollipop.
Yeah.
Don't be so my boy lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be so Millie.
Yeah.
That got there in the end. Yeah, silly.
I'm about to catch the Chuck to the Isle of Wight.
The Chuck Berry. Yes, of course. The ferry.
And if you do catch the Chuck, don't go near the Brian.
The Brian Pool.
And the Tremolos.
And the Tremolos. Oh. So does it rhyme with Tremolos?
And you're on the Chuck, remember?
You're on a ferry. Don't go near the Tremolos.
It's pretty weak, this one, I'm going to say. Before
I have no idea.
Archipelago?
The archipelagos. They're always saying that, aren't they, on the Isle of Wight ferry?
Why are they saying that? Keep away
Stay
from
away from the archipelagos. Can't move from.
So also, someone pointed out, James, that I'm absolutely Hank Marvin, that phrase. There's a version of that, an instrumental by Richard Hawley and his band. Now, I'm saying Richard Hawley's band, not him, but his band, do great podcast themes, don't they, now and again?
Yeah, that's the Shooby-Dooby-Doo-Wop theme tune. Yeah. The love theme from Shooby-Dooby-Doo-Wop.
Yeah, we got that by Richard Hawley's band. We're going to put that somewhere for you to have a look out. Anthony Ryder on YouTube says, as Hank and Bruce said at the NME concert, it's all about a treacle farmer.
The treacle farmer, is that what they said Flingle Bunt was?
That's more of their joking in it with Richard O'Sullivan while he's knocking around. They were having a right laugh, aren't they, the Shadows, at this point. I liked it.
It's very Goon Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's very sort of British comedy of that time. We're going to give someone a crazy name.
But one of the best records, the best one we've certainly covered by the Shadows so far, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, because there are some Shadows records that I really like. And people go, really, the Shadows? And you go, yeah, but not when they're all twangy.
That's their thing. The twang is a thing, although that's credited to Dwayne Eddy, that phrase, but you know what I mean. All right, then. But this is interesting, I think, about, we're talking many times, how do these records pop up? Often they appear in video games, don't they? Or films, as we did in part 1. King Elvis says, I had to find out what this song sounded like because the murderer in the book Woman with Birthmark by Hakan Nessa taunts her victims with this tune before killing them.
Wow.
It's unusual for this record. I'd like to see a film of that. I mean, I've seen that, whether it's Reservoir Dogs and Steelers Wheel. Imagine murdering someone and putting this on.
I would, all anger in me would go, and I wouldn't want to kill anymore. I'd be like, oh, you're fine.
I'm going to have a dance instead.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Number 4.
Up one to number 4. It's peak position. It's Constantly by Cliff Richard. Oh, there he is.
We said we weren't going to see him since the Shadows ditched him, but here he is at number 4. We talk about Cliff Richard a lot. Is he a 5-timer yet? Must be.
Oh, I don't know.
Bound to be, James. Don't worry about your spreadsheet just now.
This is one of his 6 top 10 hits in 1964. His 23rd of 68 top 10 hits. And it is a cover version.
Who's the original by? To me, sounded very old-fashioned, this melody again.
It was written in 1958. So, I mean, only 6 years before. But it was written in a completely different language. It was called L'Edira, which translated means the ivy.
Italian.
Yes, first performed by Nila Pizzi in the Sanremo Music Festival, where it was beaten by a song we've already covered on Shibidoo Wop in the past.
Go on.
Nel Blu de Pinto de Blue, Volare, Dean
Right.
Martin.
Of course.
So the music is by Saverio Saracini, but the English lyrics are written by hypnotherapist Michael Julian.
In part 1, we were doing lifeguards, and in part 2, we're doing hypnotherapists writing songs. This is good.
He also wrote Kiss Me, Honey, Honey, Kiss Me
Shirley Bassey,
and Boom Banga Bang.
Lulu. All right, great songs. I wish this was as fun as those two. It's all right, isn't it? Did you like it?
I mean, it's all right. It's like a standard Cliff Richard ballad, isn't it?
All day I'm walking in a dream. I think about you constantly. You get the gist. It's one of them, goes round and round for a bit.
Nebulous lyrics. I quite liked constantly being used as a good thing as opposed to a bad thing, which it would be bloody constantly going on. About, I'm with you constantly.
I wondered, because Cliff Richard, around this 64 period, he just came out, if that's the right phrase, he just revealed his faith, wasn't he? Which is unusual for a pop star to do any time, especially in the mid-60s, maybe. And I thought at first maybe this song was about God, or it could double as a song for God, but it doesn't, does it? He's thinking about some woman, isn't he? Shadows fall and I try to drive you from my mind. You're no longer near to me, but my heart sees you there. Every sunset you share. Maybe it is about God. What do you make of that?
Well, Shadows Fall, I thought was a very interesting way for the song to start because, of course, the shadows aren't there.
No.
He misses his mates.
It's strange to me, this, because Cliff Richard, if you like, with the 2 guitars and the bass and the drums of the Shadows and the 2 guitars with the bass and the drums of the Foremost and that kind of Mersey beat sound. He's moved away from what he could have had, if you know what I mean. Like the Shadows, if this is so old fashioned and lush and everything, and it's pretty boring. I love Cliff. I don't like to say that.
Yeah, again, it could have come out at any point in the 50s. I mean, it is an older song. But it gets to number 4 in the charts.
He's got a big fan base and the word of the Lord behind him.
I translated the Italian lyrics directly to see if there was any difference, and they are completely different.
Oh, yeah.
You are here still in my arms, entangled like ivy. You are here, you breathe my breath, you are the ivy clinging to my heart.
Okay.
Sounds awful.
So he's changed that for the rain that patters through the trees, reminds me of you constantly. Your name is whispered by the breeze, and your lovebirds bring your song to me. I mean, it's so standard.
Well, I think because it's written by a hypnotherapist, that's what makes me think it is the best song that has ever been written.
For some reason, I really need to eat an onion now. I'm saying that's what hypnotherapists do. We're really rubbish in the tradition of hypnotherapy. All right, well, Cliff Richard is talking about what's happened constantly to him. He's having thoughts of some woman, isn't he? Or man.
Or no one. Or gas.
Because of God.
because of God.
We did an Alan Partridge reference in part 1, so we should definitely do one in part 2. Do you want to hear what other pop stars have said about constantly, and you have to try and guess who they are?
Do I?
Which pop star said, formats are constantly changing. There are really no rules for the way you put out records anymore.
All right. So who's put out records in a crazy way? U2? Is it Bono?
No, you're partly right because it's a rock tradition. Let's just say, have you got the time to listen to him whine about the rest of it?
Oh, Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day.
Woohoo! 500,000 pop points to you. Who said constantly choosing the lesser of two evils is still evil?
Someone who's had to make a choice between two things.
Do you think that's a good quote first? Do you think that's true? If you choose the lesser of two evils, it's still evil.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense.
It's two evils, isn't it? So one of them's going to be evil, but it's going to be less evil than the other one.
So says Jerry Garcia of Grateful Dead.
Oh, okay.
Were you going to guess that one? Are you going to claim you knew it?
I was going to say Jerry Garcia.
Which pop star said we are a blip in the existence of the universe and we're constantly trying to pull each other down, not trying to help each other?
Oh, someone who's on one, isn't it? Someone who's got on their high horse. Who gets on their high horse a bit? I've already said Bono, haven't I? Can't be him again.
Bear in mind, he's saying we shouldn't pull each other down and trying to help each other. And then he puts out songs about how good Hitler was.
Is it Kanye?
It is Kanye West. Good clue?
What, the Hitler clue?
The
lesser of two goods.
Which pop star said, I'm constantly misunderstood and a lot of people just don't get me?
What the hell are they going on about?
Yeah. I'm going to say, bearing in mind her record-breaking tour of last year, loads of people do get her.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Yeah. Your daughter went to see that, didn't she? Did she?
Yeah. They all went, not me.
Was it a relief?
I don't understand it. What's she going on about? She's too complicated for my feeble brain.
I love Taylor. All right. Which pop star said, there's a clue in the quote here, James? So lean in. Which pop star said, when you do rap albums, you've got to train yourself. You've got to be constantly in character. So this notion of a rap artist might not mean it 100% what the same word for word, and there might be some artifice. That's a good thing to point out to people who are always going about how, rap singers sing about Hitler and stuff.
Is it Bonnie Tyler?
Because of the rap albums.
Yes.
Yes, you got it. When she did that duet with Tupac, I get ya. Let's do one more and then we can get
Who was that? Are you not going to reveal it now?
Tupac Shakur.
Oh, it was Tupac. Okay.
Which pop star said, have I arrived? No, but I'm constantly evolving and challenging myself to be unafraid to make mistakes.
Well, if they haven't arrived yet, that must mean they're on a journey. So I think it's the lead singer of Journey.
It's a good point. She's on a tightrope.
Janelle Monáe.
You got it. 1,000,000 pop points to you. Who said, I'm constantly thinking? That's a strange quote, isn't it? We're all constantly thinking, aren't we?
Everyone is really, aren't they? I don't know. Some people don't have an inner monologue. What must that be like?
I don't know. Kendrick Lamar, anyway, he's one who's claiming his brain's working all the time.
All right.
Now I've got another thing, James, before you say all right. I put Cliff Richard's name into Google and pressed news to see what was going on. He is auctioning his suit that he received his knighthood in. That's going up on an auction, but he doesn't own it. Another woman does, and she reckons she can get 300, 400 quid for it. Should we do it?
That's quite reasonable for a suit.
Yeah.
Let alone one with historical significance. I don't know if it counts as historical significance. It's secondhand, but it has been worn by Cliff Richard at a notable event, and it's for 300 quid.
That's what she reckons. That's what
she reckons. 300 grand. Is it really nasty? Is it a nasty suit?
From what I saw, it's like a more, like a suit you'd receive a knighthood in. You know what those
morning
suits look like. Yeah. What would
a morning suit can be avoided if you take a route straight through what is known as.
Nice.
Is it?
Number 3.
Down one to number 3 this week. It's a former number 1. It's also called Juliet by the Four Pennies.
A 4-piece from the Northwest who wrote their own songs.
Again, another old-fashioned song, despite them being the auteurs, the authors of this song. It's, again, pretty old-fashioned sounding record.
Do you know why it sounds old-fashioned?
No, please tell me.
It is based on another song.
Which one?
It is based on Donna by Richie Valens.
Okay.
And if you listen to it with that in mind, you go, oh, yeah?
Oh, already, I can hear it in my head. Yeah, all right then.
You know, it's got that same vibe to it. And, you know, the title is A Woman's Name.
Yes, as I like to mention, James, whenever I look for YouTube comments, I always dread it when a name's mentioned in the titles because I have to wade through loads of people going, my name's Juliet.
That's how Juliet speak.
Oh, old Juliet.
Face facts, Juliet.
It was a very disappointing Shakespeare production when I saw it, I must say.
Romeo, Romeo.
Come here, Romeo.
So the four pennies, you're thinking, well, this is going to be four women called Penny.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. It's four blokes from Blackburn. They are called Mike, Alan, Lionel, and Fritz.
Lionel Morton, I learned about in YouTube comments. I don't know about the other three. Fritz, you say?
Yeah.
From the northeast? With his best mate, Adolf?
Well, it's a very brave choice. That's not his real name. His real name was David, but his nickname was Fritz. What a brave nickname to have in 1964. That is in England to be called Fritz. He'd go on to produce for Dusty Springfield, Marty Wilde, Harry Seacombe, Clannad, and handbrake turn, Motorhead. He was part of the team that built Rockfield Studios, and he started a lamp shop in Ross-on-Wye called Fritz Fryer Lighting, which is still there today.
Well done, Fritz.
We should go. Should we go to Fritz Fryer Lighting?
Yeah, and shall we buy Cliff Richard's morning suit and one of us can wear it?
One of us can wear it when we go there.
Right.
We can light it really well. So what do you know about Lionel Morton?
Well, only from what I learned on YouTube comments, which is he went on to present Play School, the kids' television program in the 70s.
Yes, he did. And Play Away.
Okay.
It is rumoured, so therefore this is completely alleged, it is rumoured that he was high during some of the filming of Play School.
Good idea. Good idea. Why are you making that nonsense? All right, then. Yeah. I also learned a rumour, we're getting into it. Lionel and a woman called Julia Foster used to come in somewhere that someone worked at. And Julia Foster, Lionel Morton's missus, went on to become Ben Fogle's mum. I think. Do
you mean she gave birth to Ben Fogle? Is that what you mean?
I do mean that.
Or did she marry into the family?
I don't know.
Or was there some kind of contest? Be Ben Fogle's mom.
I was so bored listening to this record and looking at YouTube comments. I lost all sense of self.
Again, because it's based on a song from the 50s, it sounds like it's from the 50s.
Yeah. Again, another slow little waltz.
Who is Juliet?
I don't know.
She was the 2-year-old niece of Fritz Fryer.
Okay.
Yeah. The music was written by Mike Wilsh, who either turned out to be the head of Ofsted or he's just got the same name. I think it's that. And, he based it on Donna by Richie Valens. Okay. And Lionel and Fritz wrote the words. The other member of the band, Alan Buck, used to be in The Brothers.
Oh, Joe Brown's band.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty interesting looking at YouTube comments. It's not common for a band, but what happened with this lot, the Four Pennies, a lot of people at Blackburn were saying, I know these, I know them. One of them went out with my dad's cousin and he knobbed my sister and all this. There's a load of that going on. But my favourite one was from a year ago from a fellow called John Williams. And he says, the lead singer's son just delivered a load of plasterboard to my house.
I didn't even ask for it.
This is a good point, I think. When we met, you gave me sweet memory. Things you do reminiscent of you. Beautifully, Widmer Paul pops up on YouTube, say, things you do reminiscent of you. Well, there would be, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It's, it's a weird lyric. It's nebulous and I mean, it's fine, isn't it?
Fine.
Who produced it?
I do not know.
Well, we've had Fritz, so let's bring in Franz, because this is Johnny Franz.
Okay.
Who has produced this. He would produce 10 number ones, of which this is the 6th, including Make It Easy on Yourself and Sun Ain't Gonna Shine.
Walker Brothers.
You Don't Have to Say You Love Me.
Dusty.
And Welcome Home.
Peters and Lee.
Yeah.
Nice.
He also once bought Harry Seacombe's Rolls Royce.
Just the
Don't
once.
ask me how I know. I had to go through so many documents to find that out.
Number 2.
2 places to number 2. It's going to get to number 1, and it's going to end a run of 16 consecutive British number 1s, because it is an American, and the only American to have a number 1 in 1964. It's Roy Orbison with It's Over.
I've loved this record this week, James.
It is so melodramatic,
So
isn't it?
melodramatic.
It is so over the top. And it starts with him just singing, "Your baby doesn't love you anymore." And you
Let's
think,
do
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, sugar that pill, Roy.
Your baby. I'm going. Your baby doesn't love you anymore. Whatever that bolero. I love it. It's got this freedom, hasn't it, that Roy Orbison's got when he writes songs, I feel. There's some extra extended bars now and again. It hasn't really got a traditional format, this song. Golden days before they end, whisper secrets to the wind. Then it'll stay there for a bit too long. Your baby won't be near you anymore. I can't sing it. Unlike Bruce Hornsby, I haven't got the range.
It's so dramatic. It's almost comical how overblown it is. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do. What was very weird for me, with my YouTube comment deep dive I go on, I was thinking loads of people remember this. Loads of people remember dancing to it at Silver Blades or whatever, the Locarno. But weirdly, under this song, all the comments are from, I'm going to say, quite young people. And they keep going on about black pills and oversells in the comments. Do you know what they mean?
No.
Black pill is like that red pill, blue pill thing, but that's when you realise that life is utterly meaningless and it's a very nihilistic thing. It's a black pill. Oversells is the extreme version of incel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people going on with Roy Orbison with this tale of heartbreak. They're essentially, saying that Stephen Graham's going to make a film about him or something. I don't know.
Loads of people feeling sorry for themselves.
No, they're sort of having a go at Roy Orbison for being so darn miserable.
But it's not Roy Orbison who's split up. It's someone else. He's singing it to someone else.
Yeah.
It's almost taunting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your baby doesn't love you anymore.
Yeah,
you loser.
It's a great point. I'm glad you've done that, James, because it's not Roy is sort of out of this picture, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like some harbinger of doom.
Would you like that if you split up with somebody? And then Roy Orbison turned up. Do you remember, James? I'm going to say this here. Do you remember when there's a beautiful woman I used to see, and then we were in the pub together, and then she was in with a new boyfriend, and you said, "Do you know why she's got a new boyfriend?" I said, "No." You went, "Because he's better than you." You made me love you a little bit. I was all feeling strange. So I think you've got a touch of Roy Orbison about you.
I'm channeling the spirit of Roy Orbison. And it's over. Because, I think when I've heard this song previously and I've not really listened to it, I've always thought, this is someone complaining that their relationship is over. It's not.
No.
It's someone else's. It's nothing to do with you, Roy. Fucking wind your neck in. You're not offering comfort.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's not what people want in that situation. They don't want harsh realism.
Yeah, all right then. So that's a new way of listening to this record. I felt was for me this week, and you by the sound of it. I mean, Elvis apparently said he had the voice of an angel, an angel who keeps bugging you that you've lost your girlfriend because she found someone better than you. Also, loads of people in YouTube were going about this was recorded in one take. Do you know about that?
Did it?
Apparently. So, I can only go on what people are telling me. I wasn't in the room, was I? But I don't know why I'm so defensive about that. I love Roy Orbison's songwriting. Like the, what's the other one? Candy Coloured Clown in Dreams. There's just, have a listen. There's just this freedom to them. He moves around a little bit. Bars extend, bars are shortened a little bit. There's not real repetition. I mean, it's such a So unusual in 1964 to hear this type of song.
We should mention Bill Dees as well, who he writes the songs with.
Okay.
His writing partner. This is a quirky little thing that I discovered. So Roy Orbison has 3 number ones in the UK. What was his nickname?
The Big O.
The Big O. So it's over was one of them. Only the Lonely was another one. And the third one, Oh, Pretty Woman.
Okay. All right. So we've learned something new about Roy Orbison.
Yeah, he likes the letter O.
It's vowels in it, them beautiful vowel sounds.
I mean, should we get into Roy Orbison's the tragedy that touched his life?
Yeah, why not?
But well, why not? It's because it's a bit depressing, and that's why not. But
we could get into the fact that Morrissey covered this song on his covers album. We could talk about some things that Morrissey's done if you'd rather.
All right. So Roy Orbison, in 2 years after this, his wife Claudette was killed in a motorcycle crash when she was only 25. And to cope with the grief, he threw himself into movies. He was a big film fan, and obviously Elvis movies were big at the time. And they thought, well, Roy Orbison's going to do movies. That'll be just as big. MGM gave him a 5-picture contract. The first one, The Fastest Guitar Alive, IMDb rating 4.3, was a critical and commercial flop. So that was the end of that. They didn't make any other Roy Orbison movies. In 1968, he was gigging in Birmingham, not Alabama, the one we live in, in the UK. And he was told that his home in Tennessee had burned down and his 2 eldest sons had died.
Blimey.
In the fire. And because you look at his chart career, and it's kind of doing quite nicely. He's having his number ones and his top 10 hits. And then it hits the mid-60s and he just disappears. And you go, oh, where did Roy Orbison go? And that's why, just family tragedy. And there's a sort of Roy Naissance in the 80s.
Because of that concert, he did Black and White Night. That had loads of guest stars, Elvis Costello, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, all them lot backing him up. That helped his career.
Yeah, and who did produce his album in the 80s?
T-Bone Burnett.
No, Jeff Lynne.
Oh, okay.
And off the back of that, he hooks him up with George of the Beatles.
Yes.
And then they become the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah.
And then in December 1988, aged just 52, he has a heart attack and dies.
52. He always appeared a bit of an older man, even when he was young in the 50s, and he's so young. I mean, there's that beautiful bit in the Traveling Wilburys video. I can't remember what's called.
End of the Line.
End of the Line. Yeah, you got it. That's a touching moment, isn't it?
You've got it's a solo song.
Huh?
You've Got It was a solo song that Roy Orbison did.
What?
You just said You've Got It. No, that's a solo song that Roy Orbison did.
Yeah, so that's a very sad scene with the empty rocking chair. They tried to replace Roy Orbison with Del Shannon in the Wilburys later. That didn't really work out. He's unique, isn't he, Roy Orbison?
Yeah. The UK's number 1.
It's a non-mover at number 1, the second of a 4-week run at number 1. It's You're My World by Cilla Black.
Another big dramatic song.
Yeah.
Honestly, the top 4 have been constantly Juliet, It's Over, and this. Was everything all right in 1964? Was everyone having relationship troubles?
Sounds that way, doesn't it? As I mentioned at the beginning of part 1, 9 songs about the complexities of love this week. Yeah, I mean, I'm having to readjust my take on Cilla Black since we started this podcast, James.
Yeah.
I always sort of didn't like her. Now, what was that last one we did in that chart? Suddenly or something like that. This is a beautiful record again. I've ignored this all my life, and I'm beginning to think why.
Oh, that's good. That's kind of, one of the benefits of doing this podcast.
Yeah.
There must be some.
There must be some somewhere. Hang on. I'm looking around for a benefit.
What does this song have in common with Constantly by Cliff Richard?
Would it be something to do with the songwriter? No. The songwriter. The Italian feel, I'm going to say.
Yes, because this was also a cover version of an Italian song. The original Il Mio Mondo.
Yeah.
It's kind of more or less means You're My World, by Umberto Bindi, an openly gay man in the 60s, written by Bindi and Gina Paoli, who was elected to the Italian Parliament in 1987 as a communist. So it's fair to say Cilla Black would not have got on.
No, not with her Tory ways.
Yeah. It was, song was brought to England by
Don't know.
the producer of this record,
George Martin,
who got Carl Sigman to write the English lyrics.
Okay.
We've spoken of Carl Sigman before. He wrote the lyrics for All in the Game.
That Cliff covered, but someone did it. Tommy.
Loads of people have done it.
Yeah.
But do you remember who wrote the music for that? It's because it was in the pilot episode that you won't let me put out.
That's right.
It was written by Vice President Charles Dawes.
Oh, that pilot episode was so good. I just don't let you put it out because it was so good that I think it just shamed the rest of the internet.
Yeah. He also wrote A Marshmallow World. He wrote Buenasera. He wrote the lyrics for the theme from Robin Hood. And he wrote the lyrics to the theme from Love Story. Where do I begin? He wrote that.
I spoke of him before. I liked it.
So he wrote the English lyrics that Cilla is belting out here.
She is belting, mate. There's no denying it. There's loads of people going on YouTube. There's a great live version where she's backed by an orchestra and George Martin conducting. I mean, Cilla's voice in this must have been fairly primitive ways of recording, even in 64, I'm going to say. She sounds magnificent. So for this, a lot of people on YouTube, singers, are going about her transition from chest voice to head voice. So she's got technical skills that I never realised. Old Cilla.
What do you know of the backup singers on this?
Nothing.
The Breakaways.
Oh, yeah, we've talked of them before as well.
Included Vicky Brown, married to
Joe Brown.
Barbara Moore, who would go on to be an arranger and arranged one of the most significant pieces of music in British pop history, which is, of course, At the Sign of the Swinging Cymbal, the music from Pick of the Pops.
Okay.
And also on backing vocals, Bobby Willis.
Bobby Willis, not the England cricketer.
No, that was Bob Willis. No, not him. No, Bobby Willis was Bobby, who Cilla Black would go on to marry.
She was always going about how much she loved Bobby, wasn't she, Cilla?
Our Bobby.
Rest in peace, all of you.
What a great impression that was.
Good. So this record, I feel it's so. Did you like it this week?
Yeah, it's not for me.
All right, doesn't matter.
I mean, it's no Walk On By, is it?
Similar.
But not.
Yeah. I think Dionne Warwick had a bit of a grudge against Cilla Black because of the way she sang the song that she did. Anyone Who Had a Heart,
which was Cilla's other number one.
Yeah.
This was also a number one in France, but not this version.
Who sang it in France?
A guy called Richard Anthony did a version called Ce Monde. And this was Cilla's only top 30 hit in America, where it got to number 26.
It's got so much going on, James. Let me do it briefly. What I like about it is you've got that thing, you're my world, you're every breath I take, you're my world, you're every move I make. It's all in E minor or G sharp minor in this case. Got a Kappa one, doesn't matter. Other it's in steers stars up in the sky. But for me, they shine within your eyes. Yeah? And the chorus, you're my, not minor, you're my world, you're my heart. So it's got the minor to major key changing, if you like, always appealing. I think it makes sense, doesn't it? The verses are quite dark and brooding, you know, and then the resolve of the chorus, she's all right because she's got somebody in her life who's her world. It all works technically.
Where was an impromptu version of this song sung in 2015?
Was Cilla about in 2015? She was still alive, wasn't she?
For a bit of it, but not by this point.
Would it be at her funeral?
That's right.
Okay.
Some fans of hers sort of broke out singing it.
All right.
Which is quite sweet. And who really liked this record?
I do. Can't be me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being on the internet yet. In fact,
It's someone a bit like you, though, Andy.
Do you want me to have a guess at that and reveal myself? Go on, who is it?
Elvis Presley.
Do you think I'm a bit like Elvis? I should have been dead when I was 42, that sort of thing. Did he love this? Did he, Elvis?
Yeah, he had a copy of the single in his personal jukebox.
Oh, amazing.
And the story goes, when the Beatles went to visit him, they jammed with Presley on a version of this song.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that true? I've heard it about, what's the record, Mohair Sam, that was playing on Elvis's jukebox when the Beatles turned up. I've never heard Cilla Black being in this party.
You're my world, apparently. I don't know. I'm just reporting what I've discovered.
As we say in our descriptions, we don't just do facts, we do rumours too, don't we?
Yeah. Right. But the story is that he liked this song because it was sung by someone called Cilla.
Like Priscilla.
Yes.
All right. Now, we've done this in the past, James. What was Priscilla's original name? Testing you on the facts you've given me.
Priscilla White.
And why was she called Cilla Black?
There was a typo in a fanzine.
In Merseybeat magazine.
Merseybeat magazine, yeah.
Called her Cilla Black, so she just went with that in the end. This is good. I had a little Google, didn't I? What's Cilla Black up to this week, even though she's dead? There's nothing she's up to because, as I mentioned, she's dead. So that's a good story. Cool. What it was is they were talking about Blind Date, top of my news feed, and it's because Andy Burnham, who as of time of recording has just done whatever he's done, challenged the leadership. He and his partner, his partner at the time, she went on Blind Date, and there's this big story that Andy Burnham, even though they're going out, he agreed to let her because she'd already decided she was going to go on before they met or something. And then, would you believe that Andy Burnham's partner, what's her name? We should learn her name. It's going to come up a lot. Anyway, she went on a date with some bloke who turned out to be the director of communications for the Conservatives Party. And it made me think, it's only been a day since Andy Burnham's put his head above the parapet and already digging up old stories about him being on Blind Date and all that. Anyway. So I've loved this. Loads of people saying I'm here from Last Night in Soho, that film that was out by Edgar Dudar.
Have you seen that film?
Yeah, I really like it. I
liked it as well.
Music, isn't it? How evocative it is.
It is a bit Hitchcockian.
Yeah. So it lives on to this day in the world of YouTube comments. Steve KBL says about Cilla's vocal style, you could slice bread with that voice. Brilliant. Have you ever heard that expression before?
No. Because it's like a bread knife.
Yeah.
A voice like a bread knife. Is that a good thing?
And of course, for some reason, sliced bread is the best thing ever, isn't it?
Well, since...
So we're saying Cilla Black is better than sliced bread. Also, James, this made me think a lot of people on YouTube comments were going about Cilla Black and how much they love this song and how much they love that time. And a lot of people were putting her success down to the lack of twerking. It's weird in the YouTube comments. People going, have you noticed Cilla doesn't twerk? And I thought, what's going on here?
And that brings us to the end of our Top 10 Deep Dive from the 10th of June, 1964. A dramatic chart.
Not quite as Merseybeat and even the bands with the guitars and the basses. They're doing quite traditional stuff in this 64 chart, I reckon.
Yeah, but other than Walk On By, what's your favourite song? Because obviously Walk On By is the best.
Obviously. I'm going to put Cilla Black in there because that's been, I feel they're, number 10, number 1, perfect bookends for a dramatic top 10. I don't know. I mean, My Boy Lollipop's great, isn't it? Chuck Berry's great. I'm going to go for the not the 4 tops.
One of the 4s.
One of the 4, like with a little love in the foremost.
Okay,
with a little
foremost, the upbeat one.
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
What are you? What about you?
Shadows, Rise and Fall of Flingle, Bunt. I want to give that a shout out.
All right, then. As always, you can listen to all of this music, these 10 songs we've discussed, and another half a dozen we're about to in our Patreon bonus tracks where we talk about half a dozen records that never ever made the top 10. This is going to be more varied.
Yes, we've got more Italian pop, A Wolf with Two Willies, Brits doing the blues doing the blues, and Little Richard doing that thing that Little Richard does.
Yeah. As always, you can listen to them throughout it. And we'd like to thank everybody who bought these records. We'd like to thank everybody who made these records. But mainly, we'd like to thank you for listening and watching in. Please rate, subscribe, follow, share, put some comments, interact with us on the internet. It would really help us get us up the algorithm and blues. We mean that, don't we? Pathetic bit of begging at the end.
And until next time, shooby dooby doo up.
Please like, subscribe, follow, and bop shoe up.